I've always enjoyed coffee. It's what gets me going every day. It gets me focused and moving towards the rest of my day.
We taught English in Korea for a year and decided to move back to Denver. And we were looking for a spot to open a coffee shop. And Scott found a bookstore on Colfax for sale.
As I was browsing through Craigslist and for jobs and things, I just found a listing for this space that they were trying to sell it.
And it was closing in a matter of days. So he wandered down here and immediately fell in love with the neighborhood. He kind of already made up his mind, and then he pulled me down here.
So we came and took a look at it and really just fell in love with the location.
It all worked out. So you never know. You never know what opportunities are around the next corner.
The name, it's actually I think it was one of the first things I came up with.
It was Scott's idea. He came up with the name. He thought it was very funny. When we opened in 2005, the neighborhood was a little rougher and had quite a reputation. So we decided to just go ahead and be upfront about it and poke fun at it and embrace it. And it was really cute. Our first customers would come in giggling. You know, they kind of got the joke and the double entendre. And, it worked. Now most people just call us Hooked, but that's where it came from. You know, when I was younger, I spent a lot of time at coffee houses. I think it's a positive place in a community. Coffee houses always represented a safe space and a place that you could escape from school or stress or home or whatever challenges you were facing. So besides having, you know, a wonderful beverage, having that safe space to take a break is really important. I think there's also a connection to where that coffee came from and who made it. So we're very connected to our roasters and what they're doing to ensure that they're getting quality beans from reliable sources and sources that we are in turn supporting. So we buy from Conscious Coffees out of Boulder, and they only purchase beans through co-ops around the world. So I like to think that we're supporting a greater good. And enjoying, you know, our beverages on this end.
We had a lot of people at night that were, you know, studying, and they were interested in, you know, maybe some other drinks, and, you know, I've always enjoyed beer and whiskey, so people really enjoy having other options. And our whole focus is on Colorado products. We have so many great breweries here that we didn't find it necessary to go out of the state. We've just recently put in a little tap, so we have a couple of beers on draft. Along with it, we do a local kombucha on draft also. Colorado's become really well known now for a lot of great new distilleries opening up, along with our breweries that are opening up like crazy now.
So we had a customer come in who grew up in the basement. A family actually used to live here. It was a cobbler. And so we've had a couple customers come in and say that they lived in the space while their dad ran the cobbler shop, and it was split up all into different rooms. It was their family business and their home all in one little space. He told us all stories about growing up, kind of teared up and sat here for hours. I had a moment. I think it's pretty awesome how these old buildings have evolved. So we are taking over Collins Bicycles next door. We're very excited. It has been a continuous bike shop in the neighborhood for 82 years.
It's been closed for over a year now, and after some discussion, you know, we really wanted to see that continue with bike shop, keep that legacy since it's been there since 1934.
A lot of our customers bought their first bike as a child there, and they've bought like their grandchildren's bikes there. So I think it really fits in with what we're trying to do at Hooked.
We really wanted to keep the tradition alive and just, you know, modernize it a little more and get it back going.
I think it's going to be a really exciting addition.
One of the big parts of our business when we started is we really wanted to make it a community space
So we host lots of groups and meetings.
for a lot of groups that can't afford to pay for, some of these meeting spaces around town. So we give those out for free.
And one of the things that I love about that is how eclectic our groups are. The different kinds of people who come in through our door are really fascinating.
It's been great for, I think, the neighborhood.
I would say that's probably my favorite thing about being in Colfax is how diverse everybody is here.